So I want to talk a little bit about chords and specifically triads. So I would take, if we take F major, we can just play the simple triad. That has a cool sound, and I would make sure like I'm using the same sets of strings. So I would do like 6, 5, and 3, and then the first inversion, second inversion. Then the same thing here. I would do the same sets. Or the same thing here, the same sets. Although the fingerings, you see, it might be not the most comfortable one, but I think it makes sense. And the idea that you can, like, if you want to pick it, you're not changing the sets, you're just using that. So I think it's really cool to work on that, and I would just do like in the beginning, just doing major and minor, just making sure you really see it. Maybe through the cycle of chords like C, F, and all that, and then you can just take a tune and be like, okay, let me just do each chord, all the inversions. And so on and so forth. And then you can also do like just like kind of basic voice leading. So you go like, so I'm just using inversion. So this is root position, first inversion into root position, second inversion, first inversion to root. This is like the first A of all the things. But again, I can do it in different ways. I decided to go up. I can also, so I can maybe, but it gives us a different melodic top line, and the bass line changes. So it depends on what you want, but I think it's really cool, to figure that stuff out. Also, it's just a nice contrast if you do some stuff like that, and then all of a sudden this sounds so rich and full in contrast to what we had. So I think a lot of time in music there is a value to this being consistent in one idea and then contrasting it, and the tension between the two ideas gives it a lot of life. So like again, if you just play a stream of 8 notes, there's like just like it could be like kind of annoying. Okay, it might be cool for 10 seconds or maybe 20 seconds, but if the whole gig for an hour is just like that, it's kind of annoying. But again, if you're doing a lot of other things, the word other things, and then you contrast it with like something like really happening, which is like just this 8-note thing, that's awesome, but again, I think having contrasting ideas is really strong, and it just like feels really good. The same thing if you just play one note, that's 3 notes. And then that idea was very different than this one, because it had a lot of, it was different in a lot of ways, right? It was a lot of notes, it was more rhythmic, it was more chromatic. So I mean, that contrast creates like this like, oh whoa, what is that? Versus if I just play stuff like that, then that's not interesting as well. So the same thing with the chords. I feel like just like shedding and trying to figure these simple things and then contrasting. Gotta go. See you soon. Oh, and please subscribe and let me know if you have more questions. I'll try to answer tomorrow.